Hello friends, this is Dr. Tirath Gill. I want to talk to you about universal basic income. And this has to do with, it's very pertinent and germane to our times. People are getting laid off. Software engineers, digital tech workers, and software designers, they're getting laid off in droves. And it's beginning to affect people's welfare. These people have families, they have mortgages and responsibilities. And just the other day, there was an announcement by Square, which is a big company, that they were laying 4,000 workers or so off their payrolls, just like that. And there was almost a very relaxed sense of, rationalization that it was okay because it made sense for the company to cut costs and increase productivity, just like that, and without a word about how it would affect the workers that got laid off. So this is the kind of situation we are in. And there are going to be more of such layoffs because these companies compete, and they're able to compete better when they put AI to work. So when AI takes over their work, there's no need to keep them employed, and there's the stock owners and the boards will want the CEO to cut costs where they can, and that's what happens. So we want to avoid that. What this will do is we want to prevent chaos, and there are programs. So there's data that universal basic income promotes stability in society, promotes many positive values, and we can get into that later also. But programs in Kenya, Namibia, Finland, Canada, Manitoba, they had a wonderful experiment there in the 70s, and it did great. There were other studies. In Oakland, there was one study. All the results have, mentioned very positive effects. People, lives stabilize, their emotional health improves, their physical health improves. They become more social, and this touches upon the other thing. Our busy work culture has produced a situation wherein many of the advanced countries, their children are not dating, they're not socializing, they're not getting married. And there's a population crisis now in all of Europe and China, Japan, South Korea is pretty bad. And a lot of the Western countries, Italy, France, even Great Britain, most of Europe is going backwards in their populations because people are not doing the things that people normally do, which is to, find a partner, get married, and have a family. So I think it will have a beneficial effect by freeing people up, that we'll be able to, actually achieve a better quality of life in our future. It's necessary, and some politicians are aware of this. Andrew Yang, I was listening to his podcast he did with Peter Diamandis, and so he argued for this position, and I think he's very enlightened about it. And there are some others also, and they recognize this. All the technology companies recognize it. The billionaires, they're not bad people. They're smart, creative, intelligent, and their creativity paid off, and that's how they got rich. They're not bad people, and they have talked about trying to stabilize the society when chaos might erupt if everybody gets laid off. There's the other argument, which is so rational and which any good entrepreneur and capitalist would appreciate. It is basically this, that even if we increase productivity with AI, 5-10-fold, and we're going to have goods and services, but you need a working class population, or just a general population that is able to afford these services and goods. So it is, otherwise your company would collapse. If nobody can buy the services or goods, it's not good for your company. So it is a rational, the only rational decision is for you to support society, aside from the fact that it's the moral and human thing to do. It's a rational business strategy, okay, to support people. The most humane thing would be for these technology companies that are chasing profits, and for the boards and the stock owners to also realize, that we're all one family now, and if we can't let our talented people go unemployed and have a negative effect on their lives and their families' lives. So we're all in it together. Everybody's going to be out of work, man. So what are you trying to? There's no us against them. Everybody's on the same team. We're all human, and it's one humanity, and we have to preserve the dignity of human beings. So therefore, we need to support them through this idea of universal basic income. Let's get into this a little bit in more detail. The basic poverty level in the United States is, for individuals, is around 16,000 in the contiguous states. In Hawaii and Alaska, it's 18,000, 19,000, somewhere there. So people have looked at this. To get a comfortable income would be around 40,000 for an individual. And for families, the poverty level is around 40, so their comfortable income range would be around 60 to 80,000. And that's the, those are the numbers we should target. And it's possible to do it. AI productivity will increase. There is going to be abundance, as we are assured by Elon Musk and the other AI technology leaders, that there's going to be an age of abundance and machines of loving grace. So these if there's going to be such abundance, I would urge and request the technology leaders to make sure that any person that is laid off due to AI taking their job, their salary should continue into this age of abundance, where it won't matter anyway. So I request that anybody that's laid off due to AI taking their job, their salary and should be maintained, and if possible, and increased, so that they can actually feel liberated and explore their humanity, and it's the most beautiful, fullest expression when liberated from the yoke of the daily grind, the work week that we labored under. So we'll, it's like a bridge to this beautiful place, UBI. So let's proactively build that bridge, and let's get us there. To achieve this, we should do pilot trials in about 15 to 17 cities, start replacing incomes of anyone that gets laid off, and it's going to come in waves. The digital workers are going to go first, software designers will come next, and then other people, even the the drivers are going to get laid off. Everybody, AI is going to take over. That's what they're saying anyway, and it's going to happen very fast. And so far, whatever we are being told is coming true. Just look at your own work. How much of a difference has AI already started to make? So these things are happening. So we should proactively plan for it. And the way to do it is to run these trials in 15 to 20 cities, and gather the data and see the positive effect. You will see it because there have been 9 other studies that have demonstrated positive effects. And of course, it'll prevent chaos erupting in the streets. And actually, we have a choice to either that state, or to, build a bridge to an age of abundance, peace, love, harmony, all of that. So anyway, I think I shared with you some important ideas. Give it some thought. Talk to your politicians, talk to your leaders, and tell them to, become aware of what's happening. There are politicians. Andrew Yang, he's pretty enlightened about this whole issue. There are others also. President Trump is very much aware, very, very smart man. And there are others, and we are all on the same team. We are on Team Humanity. And let's get together. It's not a left or right issue. It's a human issue. Let's get this thing done properly, all right? Take care. God bless. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.